Jeffrey just finished up the kit. Don't start it just yet. But here he is, 10P. Tap in, you need a little bit of metal work or exhaust, turbo kit, whatever. Yeah, go for it. We live. All right, well the G's all done. Clearance on it ended up really well. Really well. I don't even scrape getting on my on my trailer anymore like I used to. Well, there she is. All her glory. It's nice. This is all one piece. It's all one piece. One thing I am going to need to do is put a heat sleeve around my alternator wire. That's it. And it's ready to rock and throw the turbo blanket on it. But thinking about doing, I'm going to Cerakote the whole hot side. And possibly powder coat the cold side again, maybe black, but we'll get this shit taken off the trailer right now. Well, it's been quite a bit since I had the G wash. We're gonna give it a clean wash before we put it away in the garage. What up, YouTube? It's the next day after my wash. I ran out of quick detailer, so the G might not be as clean as it should be, but it's better than it was after sitting in Jeff's shop for 2 weeks. Couple things I need to do is the wastegates. They came with a 14-pound spring, so I need to swap that out. I'm currently running some pulsar gates. They came with the different springs, a couple different patterns to figure out what type of boost setting you're going to want. I'm going to slap a 10-pound spring in there. In my case, it's going to run a 3-pound and a 7-pound. So, and the same one to be a 10-pound spring. One other thing I need to do here is my alternator cable. I ordered some of this DEI sleeve that you could see is over my fuel line too. I'm gonna wrap that just because it's close to the downpipe. Like I said earlier in the video, I am planning to get this stuff Cerakoted, so hopefully that will help as well, and slap on the turbo guard. So let me unbutton the alternator and we'll go from there. All right, well, I didn't really film too much of that, but it was pretty much a pain in the ass. I had to fucking pull the turbo off just because I couldn't fit my hand in this tiny little spot when the turbo was on. But I got the DEI alternator wrapped now. I also noticed this is gonna need to get wrapped, whatever this line is. It looks like it's going to the alternator as well. Maybe, I'm not sure what it is, but we'll show you from the underside. That DEI stuff is really nice, by the way, if you guys are ever looking to. You can see how the way we clocked the alternator too. There's 4 prongs, so I can sit each way a different direction and away from the up pipe, and everything should be good to go now. Next thing I need to do is plumb up the boost controller and the wastegates, and need to put a fitting on the turbo because there is no fitting. So that's next, and slap this bigger coupler on. Well, stay tuned. I ended up pulling my wastegates off. I'm gonna run over to the homie Carl's house. Some of you guys know him on IG, Legion Precision. He just bought a new vise. I don't have a vise, so I'm gonna pull up with the spanner wrench, my wastegates, and the new springs. We're gonna slap my gates in his vise and change out our springs. We bowed on the south side now. You guys know Carl. Mid-mount turbo, Q50. He's got the vise that I said I needed. What's up with the Pulsar gates, which Carl reminded me is the Turbo Smart gates. He says the Turbo Smart, the 50 mil did come with the
45 in that box right there.
The 45 did come with extra springs, but the Gate 40 did not.
It's like a Gen V thing.
Yeah, big ass fucking
big
gate.
ass ones.
So I had the same Gate 40s on my last two previous kits, and when I wanted to upgrade from a 7-pound spring to 10, I had to buy it. What's dope is Pulsar does give you extra springs. You can stack them. You can see they have a 3, 5, 7, and a 14 and a 16. Should we just say fuck it and send it with the 16?
Oh, I didn't know.
We're gonna double stack them. We're gonna do a 3 and a 7 to be 10. And luckily he had the vise, but because you definitely need a fucking vise to take these off, so we're gonna slap these back on. And okay, y'all. So maybe him and I work capping. You don't maybe need a vise, but you for sure need something to fucking hold it. But if you're steady enough, you can push down and slip that ring on there. But the 10-pound springs are in there. Might consider doing a 12, but we'll see. He's hooking it up with a barb fitting. I couldn't find one of these at Home Depot earlier. Some bullshit. All right, well, I decided to take the hood off. My boy bought it.
Wait.
Sheesh. Hell yeah. Nice ass fitment too.
Yeah, that shit's shining.
Fuck yeah, it's ceramic coated too. Congrats, Jim.
Thank you.
So the selling the hood was a last minute decision. Wasn't really planning to do that, but the homie's brother, Eric, pulled up and offered me a deal I really couldn't refuse. So I said, fuck it, and I'm gonna be a hoodless guy again, because I really honestly enjoyed being hoodless when I was top mount previously. I got some quotes back on Cerakote, and I don't want to spend that kind of money to get all these parts done, so I went on DEI's website, and they have a nice little YouTube video of them putting their primer flame-proof coating on the pipes. I'm gonna wrap it with the DEI heat wrap, and then I'm gonna spray this on top of it. And it actually works very well. If you check out their website, they got a YouTube video on it. So this probably wasn't needed to do this, but it's an 1/8 inch NPT fitting. I put the 2 plugs in the water holes, and there's dual NPT ports for vacuum. So you run one on the top, one on the bottom. I could have gone without having one in here altogether, but I just thought it would look cleaner from underneath to have top and bottom, and that's how it's always been on my last 2 kits. So next thing that we're gonna do is throw some heat sleeve around that melted wire, and I'm waiting for the DEI wrap to come in. All right, next thing is the wastegates to plumb the wastegates and the boost controller. Here's the boost controller. This gets the bottom ports on the wastegates are teed together. Plug it in, and I get some extra length cable, like 20 feet. You can just feed it down. I like to go on my driver's side of the transmission, just because it keeps you away from those hot parts. Now we're gonna slink under there and show you what it looks like. Now we're under the car. You guys can see that's just where we dropped it down from the passenger side engine by the battery. And now I like to take this and I like to hold it back up to here. And I'm gonna get some new hose, put this one on first, come over to here, get this one to here, and we'll probably tee them together like right at this spot. So let me do that and I'll all right, so I ended up having to flip both of the wastegate ports around that I used. The bottom port was ending up like right here, facing right into the trans, so that wouldn't work. I had to flip this one around too as well. Bottom port, you can see it goes back to here. I like to use these fins as braces and tied in. It's actually tied into my AF sensor harness right there. And back to a T, and nope, this line goes all the way up directly to that boost controller. So this is all done. I'm gonna wait it all day to get this shit delivered just because I didn't have enough. I'm gonna try and wrap these right now, and we'll go from there. I fucking hate doing this shit with a passion. I'm not horrible at it, but cut those zip ties and maybe should be good to rock. It should stay around that mount there good, and it should be good. This downpipe's gonna suck to do. All right, so they're both wrapped. I'm not very good at it, but kind of fucked up at the end. This is the top part where the turbo is actually gonna get hooked up to, so that kind of looks like shit. I don't know if I'm gonna cut that or whatnot, but top pipe turned out good. I don't have one of those tools either. I just use a flathead and a pair of pliers, but I'm gonna tape off the metal that's not covered, and I'm gonna spray it tomorrow with that high temp silicone stuff, and should be good to assemble it back together. All right, so yesterday I went into AutoZone and changed this out for the clear. I wasn't happy with the downpipe portion. That the lip part was at the top, and you'd be able to see that when it's hooked up to the back side of the turbo. So we got some new clamps on there. I'm gonna spray this shit right now and we'll be able to put it back together. All right, next day. This is kind of threaded in just a little bit. Dude, zero. It's just threaded in by hand. And now I'm gonna go in from underneath, slide the downpipe up, get that kind of into place with the V-band back there, and we'll be able to start cinching everything. All right, I'm not even gonna lie, y'all. That was fucking extremely difficult. I should have tried to take it up and down once before I wrapped it in this fiberglass, even though I did paint it. Since it was my first time putting it up there, I was struggling and it was rubbing on shit and I was laying underneath it. It's all up in my fucking arms. But the that V-band went on real easy, and now we're gonna do the up pipe, which is right there. So once that on, we can start really torquing everything down. So it's not tight yet, but still got to cinch that bolt down. The turbo is basically mounted. It's not sucked down fully, but this will mount up nice there. I'm not worried. Next, I'm going to just hit that bolt at the bottom with the electric ratchet through the wheel well. And all right, all cinched up, flush as can be. That's solid. And now I just got to cut this coupler to make it fit. Well, it was completely done. I was just gonna cut that coupler, and I forgot to put my fucking boost reference port in. So thanks to me, I get to take the turbo off again and put that in. All right, well, I'm fresh out of razor blade, so I'm not gonna cut that coupler, and the homie Jeff's gonna pull up tomorrow. He's gonna cut it, so that's cool. This is all on. I somehow lost my spring for this turbo blanket. I've lost one before, and I really don't care to do that again. So I actually was looking for my watch. I'm glad I see it there. So I'll start it up right now, make sure everything's good to rock. And all right, well, two's all done. This required a little bit of cutting, but it fit. And lines and everything all fit really, really well. Nothing's close to the hot parts, and we're gonna see how it does driving a little cruise around in my neighborhood, maybe onto the main street right now. That's as far as I'm going right now. My AFR is no chill. Alright, well, it's smoking off all that fucking paint and heat wrap. I was told it's gonna do that for first couple times to do a pull or get some heat on the pipe, but my AFR is all sorts out of fucked. So I can't really go into boost. I mean, I can build like a single pound to kind of hear the turbo wind up, but I am not trying to pop that thing, so. So it is Friday, probably gonna try and get it tuned this weekend. Car is complete, drove it around last night, downpipe everything's gonna smoke for a little bit. First couple times while I do some pulls, maybe 100 miles or so. Not really tripping about that. Runs good, honestly. Everything fits good. Really happy with the kit. Probably need to throw this wheel setup on because these rear tires are freaking cooked. I'm gonna wrap this video up. It's wicked long, I know. I don't know how many of you guys are gonna actually have watched the full thing. If you did, drop a comment. It'll be interesting. This is gonna be like a 17 or 18 minute video, so I am pretty happy with it. Let me know if you guys think I should leave this polished or just raw aluminum to kind of match the polished turbo. Probably do the timing cover too. And this is my third kit, will be my last one. And let's wrap it up for this video. Maybe starting a new video starting tonight if I end up taking the G to go get tuned, but I'll make a video for the tune day as well. So thanks for watching.